from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Los Angeles Rams taking on Sam Darnold and the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Jets offense ready for their first possession, and they are led by the 23-year-old from USC in his third year now, quarterback Sam Darnold.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And 3 at the
throwing again on second down. Darnold is going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Bell, the ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Over the middle here to Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They'll get this underneath to Bell. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. LA set to take over again on offense. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Malcolm Brown, the ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Former USC man, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Throwing again is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now Zach throws back in the other direction. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 31, Goff. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And again, it's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Goff on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Now he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd down, it's Henderson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, Gutsy ball. They go for this on 4th and a yard. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Complete.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Jets.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell. He's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
He was
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Yards to go.
A screen to Bell. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanket in the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Now Bell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2nd and goal, the lone man of the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
On the play, 2nd and 10.
They'll try the air now with Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Right side complete. That's Woods. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
11-yard line.
Goff now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9. From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
And 1 at the Jets' 3-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 20.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throw complete to Herndon. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. 3rd and 2, Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And the Jets first down.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Darnold to throw again. Throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
First and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Rams 7.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Rams take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On second down now. It's Henderson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end.
Darnold's pass.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Gain of 15.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On first down, Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, and that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
first and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On second and goal, Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, he's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Henderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. yards the tally on the return there. And that will come the offense as they take over. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, New York.
Darnold on first down. And the ball is knocked out.
Darnold's pass complete. Fumble on the play.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. To the air again, Darnold. McKinnon here, it's complete. And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Gone. Almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Intended for Josh.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll set up to throw. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Rams' 38-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Darnold.
Darnold's pass. Intended for Chris Herndon.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And 5 yards to go.
Again, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Darnold's pass. Intended for Jerron Brown. Incomplete.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
A 55-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
19.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They're all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of
that throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
5-yard pickup brings up 4th down and goal.
Henderson going to run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Is a turnover.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They look like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jets 1st down.
On 1st down, Bell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
49-yard line. 10 yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Jets.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey.
Darnold's
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brian Poole. 30, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
On the return, it's Simba Webster. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Webster on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. Flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off with the pass caught by Reynolds.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. Picked up by Brian Poole. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
26
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald on the stop.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll go again with Bell. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns, but the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
On the return comes Webster. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Malcolm Brown and the Rams offense about set to begin their next drive.
And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the 1st half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys that are side of the ball. They went at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the 1st half, it gets ugly in the 2nd half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play. Here's Goff. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Extra point.
That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they're looking for that football. They got it, they scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Jets defense as they ready themselves. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game, but you don't want them to roll in with those big grins on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent that good move.
We're trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brings up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Crowder. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Down, New York.
And they take a knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles,